All right, guys, so we got something very special for you guys today. So right back of me is actually a motel, and this motel is actually for sale. So we're gonna go meet up with the listing agent. We're gonna learn all about this motel. All right, let's go. All right, so today I'm actually here with Hyde with Simply Vegas. This is actually her listing. And what's going on with this motel here?
We have 24 units, 12 per floor.
Okay.
And the property currently operates as a motel. It is daily rentals.
Okay.
However, what's unique about this property is that we have H2 zoning. So it could be a jumping off point for any use. It's a zoning that no longer exists in Clark County, so it's been grandfathered in. And it could be used for transient housing, daily rentals. Keep in mind, we're in the county, so short-term rentals aren't allowed, but the H2 zoning does permit nightly rentals.
Okay.
We could go commercial, we could go mixed use. As you can see, the surrounding area has gone through some redevelopment, so there is a plethora of possible uses for the property.
So where are we located right now?
We are on Fremont Street, just south of downtown Las Vegas.
Okay.
Our closest intersection would be Charleston and Fremont.
Okay.
And 2855 Fremont is the actual street.
Okay, nice. Okay. So let's talk about a motel. If somebody's actually interested in the motel, like what is actually a motel versus a hotel? Right? Is it just a nightly rental?
I think it's the style. I think it's the drive up auto court style versus a hotel has a full-blown lobby and all the rooms are facing inward as opposed to out to the exterior.
Okay. All right, let's take a look at this property. If you want to walk this property with me. So how many stalls do we actually have here?
Parking stalls, we have about 16 spaces.
Okay. 16 spaces, and how many units did we have total?
24 possible rooms. The property is currently operating as a 20-unit motel.
Okay. And what is the other 4 units being utilized as?
3 units have been converted into a manager's apartment, so they have a front office and 2 bedrooms. And then the 4th unit is being used as a back of house room for linen storage, laundry machines.
Okay. And I noticed that you have a Matson box here. Is this included, or what's going on with this?
No, that's a container where we just store personal effects. It's not part of the sale.
Okay. Now, what about if somebody buys something like this? Does all the management, all the housekeeping, how does that all get transferred on over?
They could keep the staff if they wanted to. What we're offering is the real estate opportunity, so you're not tied to keeping the property as a motel. If you were to continue to operate it, you could hire the housekeeper. They have 2 people that they use on a rotation. There's a handyman and front office staff.
Okay. And can you show me one of your units here?
Absolutely. Let's go upstairs.
Okay.
Here's our first room. This is a king room. Let me step in and turn on our lights.
Okay. See if we can
The
get
property
some
would
light
be
here.
sold as you see it. It would be furnished.
Okay, so all the rooms pretty much all look like this, correct?
Yes, the only difference would be the flooring type. This is carpet. Some of the rooms will have vinyl flooring.
Okay. Come take a look at this, guys. So basically it looks like we have a refrigerator, microwave, we have countertops here, granite, the vessel sink, and you have your tub shower combo. Okay, nice.
Now, if you wanted to use this as an extended stay, monthly rentals, even weekly, there is plumbing along that wall for gas and exhaust. That's the back of the building.
Okay.
So you could put a stove in. At one point there was one, and have it vent directly to the outside.
Has the owner brought out a contractor to see how much that would cost to reconvert it over?
It would cost less than $2,500 per unit.
Okay, nice. Interesting.
It's really just the cost of the connections, the stove, and the labor.
So, what are you doing? Did you just see that?
Yeah.
Did you just see that? Do that again. Do that again. Go ahead. You get that on camera?
Yeah, it's clean.
It is a very clean property. Motels, in memory, tend to have a very unique
Bad
scent.
stigma. Why does it have a bad stigma when it says motel?
I
For
think
some
it
reason?
implies transient living,
Yeah.
which is not always the case. These particular owners, they're very picky about their tenants. They like to make sure that the property is well maintained. They've been managing it themselves
So how long have they owned the motel?
since 2012, I want to say.
Okay. Wow, that's a pretty long time. So they did a pretty good job of maintaining it then.
Yes, they rehabbed it, fixed it up. Again, hands-on,
Yeah.
self-managing for the most part.
So do they live on site or how does that work?
They spend a lot of time here, but they don't live on site.
Oh, okay.
They own property elsewhere. They've actually owned several hotels. This is their last one as they're
Oh.
retiring.
Must be nice.
Yeah. The potential for income is really the most interesting thing about a property with
Why
this
is
zoning.
that?
There's a shortage of affordable housing in Las Vegas. There are a lot of public entities that are looking to house individuals who are at risk of becoming homeless.
Okay.
And therefore there are quite a bit of incentives offered to property owners that are willing to.
York, hold this
Offer
open so you
this.
can get some light, please. So do you know what the net operating income is for this?
On a nightly rental, the average rate is maybe $139. And if you take a 50% occupancy rate, that grosses to about $470,000 a year. Operating expenses are about $110,000.
Okay. Not bad. So,
Obviously, there is day-to-day work, right? Someone has to be here to check people in and do the turnover, etc. If you were to turn it into monthly rentals, say something with some sort of government contract,
yeah.
and you get $850, which is below the fair market rents for this type of product, you are now looking at a possible 7 to 8 cap and no maintenance.
So that's where the add value comes in on this one. But then you would have to do the plumbing with the sinks and all that stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, but at 24 units, even at $3,000 a
Yeah.
unit, that's less than $75,000.
Now, is it hard for somebody to get a finance like this?
No, there are banks who look at it on a pro forma basis with minimum 25% down. We also have owner financing. So the property is owned free and clear. We are willing to carry the first note with 50% down, 3 years or so.
All right, so you talked about opportunity zoning, right? Let's talk about that a little bit.
Opportunity zoning is federal funds allocated to improve disadvantaged areas or areas that for some reason are dated and needs improvement. As you can see around us, there's been a lot of infrastructure
Yeah, I noticed that.
brought in by the county. We are within that opportunity zone, so depending on what the property owner will do, you can apply for federal, even municipal grants to make various improvements on the property. It's on a case-by-case basis.
And have you guys already applied for that, or?
No, it depends on how you want to use the property. So it could be a
Okay.
simple request application for beautifying the exterior. That could qualify. It could be offset tax expenses if you redevelop the property. So it's up to
It's up to you.
review.
then. And how hard is it to get approved for something like that?
It's relatively simple. Again, it goes back to how much you're requesting and the incentives that you are.
Okay. But I did notice there's a lot of development that's going on down here, and it seems like from Fremont, it's all pushing down this way, right?
Yes. During the pandemic, you know, the city of Las Vegas, we redid a lot of our infrastructure, which is fantastic use of time and just the low
Yeah.
traffic count. So most of 2000, early 2021, this was all torn up. All of the underground utilities have been replaced. The medians, the road, it will be beautified. We'll have those decor items that the cities put in the streets. Across the street, we have the Showboat redevelopment, which includes this convenience store, a few fast food places, health district office, a major tenant, that big storage facility there. Lots of money being infused in an area that has been
Yeah.
neglected for a while.
I can see that. So if I wanted to get finance for something like this, is it hard to get financed?
No, there are a couple of ways you could go about it. You could go to a traditional commercial bank.
Yeah.
They will finance monthly rental type properties with 25% down. It's a DSCR program, so they're going to look at the income potential that the property may have and look at your qualifications and go on that. You could also go to a commercial bank. You could also go to a commercial bank that specializes on motel financing.
Okay.
That will be more that will be more contingent on whether or not you have experience renting motels. Another option is owner financing. The property is owned free and clear. The seller is willing to finance the first deed of trust with 50% down.
Okay.
3 years, 6-7% rate, which is fair given our market.
I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
And do you know any lenders that can actually help the viewers out there if somebody's interested
Absolutely.
in financing?
Give us a call.
All right.
Absolutely.
Now, is there anything else you want to show us about this property?
Let's see. At night, it's really pretty.
Well, I can tell you, it's a lot cooler here. Oh, utility bills. How much are the utility bills a month here?
That's a great question. We have a full expense package put together. I'm going to say the yearly expense is going to be less than $40,000 in utilities.
Okay.
It's probably going to be the bigger budget items in the expense report.
Okay. And you'll have all of the statistics and all the numbers, right?
We have a full offering memorandum, which includes
Okay.
the current expenses, the pro forma, if you wanted to go through one of those DSCR programs, and yeah.
So how does
everything
somebody
outlined.
get a pro forma, and what is a pro forma?
An offering memorandum is a brochure that I put
Okay.
together where we highlight the major, the key points that the property could offer.
Yeah.
We highlight the possible uses of the parcel. We propose our suggested best use of the property. In this case, I think it would be best to go monthly rentals, the least amount of day-to-day work, and good return on your cash invested. Easier to finance as well across all the methods we just described. The pro forma is the projected performance of the project based on that assumption, a monthly rental. So we have that.
Assumption. Remember that. She said that. Assumption.
Projected performance, right. And we project that based on, obviously, data.
Yeah.
We take historical rates that similar properties are collecting, what various housing agencies are willing to pay, market rents as determined by HUD when it comes to an issue of public assistance. So it's supported. Or what is the term? When you make an educated assumption. That's what I'm looking for. Don't just pull it out of a hat.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, there you go. Big words.
Okay. So the main thing I want to ask you, and everybody wants to know, what is the asking price?
2.99.
2.99.
Firm.
All right, let me ask you this. Would you take 1.8?
No.
She said no.
I said firm.
So it's not negotiable.
No, we're pretty firm.
Okay. So now, if somebody's actually interested, what is the process of submitting an offer for a commercial?
The most common way would be to start with a letter of intent.
Okay.
We would outline the terms that you need, highlight the contingency items that you would want to review. We would negotiate all of that. We put forth the seller and the buyer's understanding, and then we'd have an attorney draft the contract.
Okay. Well, I just want to say, Catherine, thank you so much for taking your time and showing the viewers your motel, your listing here. And if you guys are actually interested, I'm going to have her contact information in the link below. So that way you can get all the numbers, all the stats, whatever you guys need. If you guys got more questions, just give her a call. And I take it you're also on social media, Instagram too as well.
I
right?
am.
Okay.
We'll link everything.
Yeah, so we'll have everything all in the description below. So like I said, if you guys want to get in contact with her. Other than that, hey, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
All right. Peace.